All right, now we're for real live, not faking, no cap. What are the three C's of like why have a weekly event, training with your clients, with your customers? Uh, we've done it, it works really well. I'm sure it can be improved. People seem to like it. It works really great for retention. But this call, I'm going to answer like how we fell into this and why we do it, and might be able to get some suggestions. So you are, you're a happy referrals while you sleep client, and you're like, dude, I want to sell this to everybody. This is the coolest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
said, let's do it. And and you're actually coming to Puerto Rico here in like a week, and we're gonna like
Yeah.
brainstorm how
I'm
to
so excited.
make 2026 the best ever for our clients, and us. So fire away. What's your questions?
So one of the questions I had at the beginning was, why do we do these weekly Zoom calls? What's the purpose of them? Why do I need to come on to them? And like, do they have a theme to them? Are they different every time? Is there a specific goal we're trying to hit with these mastermind calls?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's completely evolved. It started out that when we got a lot of traction with referrals while you sleep, we would meet with people every week for 90 days. And so we had like this 90 days onboarding. And what ended up happening was it was really cool because one, it built community and camaraderie. Two, and there's some specific things that the calls handled. One, I was like, hey, what questions do you have? Because everyone's got a lot of questions when it first starts, and we know that most people are not going to ask their questions until like they're just ready to cancel. So
Yeah.
having the week like to make it super simple, like ask your questions because I've got answers. Um, and two, I always ask, hey, you got any anecdotes, any results? And what's cool is like the way referrals while you sleep is you get pre-sold clients that feel like they come out of the blue, that are magical. And so every week, someone's probably going to have, sometimes a few people are going to have a few results. So they share it with everyone else to remind everyone else what to look for. And like, I mean, there's been some examples where one of my clients is like, I wish I had something to report, but I don't think I've gotten any results. And she paused in mid sentence. She's like, wait a minute. I got an email today from someone. I had to look them up. I thought it was spam. It was a client from 10 years ago that wanted to hire me, and it was going to be like a $10,000 job. And she would not have realized it came from a contact in her phone if we hadn't been there. So one of the things that I realized is it drastically, so it's really two R's and three C's, but like it drastically helps us retain our clients. Um,
Mm.
like that's what we want. Like we want retention. I want clients for life. Like I love helping businesses that want to build without burnout. And this works. One of the biggest things is some people say it works too easy. It's kind of so bringing everybody together, it helps retention. So that's the number one reason. Like the more that we can retain clients, because the cool thing about referrals while you sleep that there's not many systems that work like this. Like Google Ads, you cut them off, you're done. Um,
Hmm.
door knocking, cold calls, SDRs, any of those like ISAs, you stop, it's done. Um, YouTube is cool because you create the content and it lasts forever. But you got to get the right people to see it. What's cool about referrals while you sleep is there is a compound interest. The longer that people see you consistently, it's like showing up at Starbucks every day. The people that see you, they just get to trust you more and more and more every day. And so it, the more we can retain clients, I mean, we've got clients that have been on for 4 or 5 years that I talk to once or twice a year now because they say, not only was this year the best year ever financially, it was the easiest because I'm only working with pre-sold clients. So
Hmm.
uh, part of the calls is we get people through that phase where like then it's just undeniable and they realize this is not taking any time of mine and I'm just getting clients. Like this is a dream come
Mm.
true. Um, so it started out as a 90-day call. The problem was after the 90 days, it kind of fizzled. And so then I was like, all right, what's a better thing to do? Also, I had some clients, they just couldn't find a partner to do content with. So the first thing is like I came up with a new topic every single week, but that got really boring. And that got very hard for me. 52 topics. One of the other things too is like successful clients don't need teaching. Like
No.
like they're busy. Like they need usually they need production, they need content. And so what we did is we created the Tuesday calls where I'd bring a topic, I'd answer questions, they'd share anecdotes, results, and then I'd say, hey, let's split off and create content. And so now and we did that this Tuesday. We split off,
Yeah.
everyone got content, boom. And that worked really well um, in a lot of ways. But like I still thought like in some ways it was still monotonous. Like, all right, how does this work? And I've got some people that like use referrals while you sleep in a super high level. And people love, like, I think about how to get pre-sold clients, persuasion every single day. And like people like it, right?
Hmm.
And so I've got a coach, and what he did is he's got his high-end coaching. It's like 30K a year. He's got one topic per month, and this gets to where we're at now and why. And so last month it was how to get 100K partners while creating content, which was really cool. And the way that he breaks it up is week one is it teaches, and he actually advertises this to all of his non-clients as well, charges $100 for it. And so it's a real easy event to advertise. You get people into your ecosystem, you get your first dollar, much better than just a regular lead magnet. Now you're getting actual buyers. And the way I got into his ecosystem, he did a 3-day $1,000 event. That's how I got into his ecosystem. But now once a month, he's got this teaching. And what's cool, it helps his current clients and it helps him bring in new people. And at the end of it, he upsells to his full program because he says, hey, if you like this whole topic is what we're going over all month. And, I've got 10 slots available, 8 of them already taken. If you're interested, let me know. He sends them a Google document and they sign up or they don't, you know. And so it's a great way to have an event and a launch every single month that gets leads, gets money coming in the door, um, while helping your current customers. And it's like he solved one, which is teaching it, but now the next 3 weeks is like actually implementing it. So it
Yeah.
creates the need. My friend Zach, he says you solve problem one, which opens up problem two.
Yeah.
Um, and so I tried that this month with without selling it because that takes some coordination. But I wanted to see if it worked first. I didn't want to sell it without doing it. So that's week one. Week two then is for your internal community, which is 90% implementation. So week one was mainly teaching, 70% teaching, 30% doing. Like I want people to walk out of it. Week two is like 90% implementation, like 10% Q&A. Like the whole goal is at the end of this month, your clients have a system installed that works for them. Week three is then you have a hot seat with some people that have actually done it before, where I get to interview them and ask, hey, what worked, what didn't. That way the whole community gets that. And then week four is really kind of a Q&A, like, all right, we're tying this up. And here's kind of a preview of next week, which is what this week is kind of a Q&A. And hey, we're going to talk about all right, now that you've got the partners, how do you create content that creates pre-sold clients? Like when you talk to your partners, what type of content is it? When you have these conversations, like what is the most effective? So that's what we're going to talk about for the rest of February. And so all that to say, like it helps retention. It helps. And so this is a little different. Like this is very structured. Like I've got 12 topics for the whole year. Of course, I can modify it if needed. Um, and they're based on kind of the pillars of referrals while you sleep. So the next part is actually to, advertise these and, grow the list. And, it makes it easy for you to invite people to, like you could give them a coupon, like, hey,
Mhm.
if you're talking to people, hey, come that, this is what we're learning. Um, what else? Um, yeah. It also makes it just, yeah, it's easier to onboard clients. And you saw that, like some of the people that you referred them to the Tuesday call, and that just made it so much easier to get them into the system, right? Like we've got
Yeah.
your friend, call her out, Ann.
Uh-huh.
We've been talking to her about getting her on board for 6 months. Like she's ready, she's not. She also never came to the Tuesday call, right? Like, but the people that do come to the Tuesday call, like it's just a great way. It's not a sales call one on one, so it's very efficient. But they get to see
Mhm.
everyone else saying, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome."
Yeah.
The best. It's not what I say about me; it's what everyone else says. Um, so it helps get new clients and it helps retain clients. Um, that's kind of it. I can go into more of like the retention. There's some other really cool things that happen with the retention. This is the three C's. So the three C's are: one, it's connection. So all of our clients are connecting with us and each other. At the end of the
True.
day, someone may just like keep paying us because they like to be a part of our community. I'm part of a real estate community. Like I don't practice real estate anymore, but I'm part of the community. I'm still paying them $200 a month because like I'm embedded in the community. So that's one thing. It creates that connection with the community. Two, it creates collaboration. So now they're all working with each other. It becomes a little mastermind. Like all of our clients are making each other better and making me better. Like there's so much
Mhm.
that's referrals while you sleep now that came from the content of these calls. Um, and then the third is content. Like I said, successful people, they don't need more teaching, they need more output. And when we actually create content together, they're actually getting results. And the power of that is your best clients keep showing up. Because otherwise, if all you do is give information, your best clients will stop showing up because they're busy and they don't need more information. But when you're actually helping
Mhm.
them create content, they will show up some. And now, because your best clients are like the avatar that everyone else wants to look at, so they're your ambassadors. So it brings your ambassadors in, and you create content, which is great for us because we,
Yeah.
we help them. So that's a lot. Thought about it a lot. That is really the purpose. I was actually talking to an agency owner today, and like I think if you're a coach that help people build their business, or you're an agency owner, like one of the things that we can do in referrals while you sleep is we can actually help you install this so that it's easier for you to get new clients and retain clients. Um, I call it the content jam system. Um, and So that's the overall why. How could you poke holes in it, or what other questions do you have? What occurs to you? Where's
No,
it working? Where's it not?
I think it's great. I think it's working really good. It's especially for the camaraderie and the sales aspect of it. Like people are gonna learn from other people how it works for them, and they're gonna either see that it's just the perfect fit for them. They're gonna just see that this person does the same thing as me. They're in this category of business, and this is how I can get clients. And then they're creating content together. Um, I think it makes a lot of sense for sure. One question I did have that popped up in my mind while we were talking is like, give me like the overall rundown of the beginning of the month to the end of the month of what you do, or what the whole system of referrals while you sleep. So what I mean by that is, take me through onboarding, right? You have 1 week of onboarding, and then what do you do with the new clients? What do you do with the experienced clients? Are they all the same? Is it the same referrals while you sleep mastermind group? Do you have a special
link that people can sign up with you for only if they're new members or if they're seasoned members. And then and then what you do, like what people need to do. So like what they upload to you, and then what you do with their information and how you're actually implementing and working in referrals while you sleep on like a monthly basis. Like I want to learn more about
Yeah.
the full process.
Gotcha. So step one is the first week. It's the training. It's something that people want. So, this next Tuesday, it's going to be how to create content that creates pre-sold content clients. And so that's to advertise. That's to, invite all our leads to. It's $100. If you've got someone that you're wanting to refer, you can, invite them in. Low ticket, great way to spend time with us. And it's the whole goal is like probably 60-40, 60% teaching, 40% implementation. Like I want them to be able to walk out with something, like they've got an actual map. And this is too where I'm actually getting better because I'm not visual by default. I can imagine stuff. This is causing me to improve, to create maps and models and handouts so that people can fill it out. You have hit on that very hard, and it's true. So I'm working on that, making a lot of progress. Got my AI programming skills doing that. So that's week one. The clients come. That week, it's, hey, we can onboard. If you're interested, look at this Google document, hop on a call if you got questions. People onboard. New clients, we've got 3 meetings one-on-one in the first 30 days where like we build like a custom strategy for you, create your initial content, get you completely connected. Like this is your roadmap really for the next 12 months. Like that's the goal. And of course, over that time, so that's kind of week one. We onboard week two. We got everybody going. We also invite them to the call. So all of our clients, not strangers, but all of our clients come to week two, and we work on like in-depth implementation. Week three, it's a Q&A with clients on this system. So, we make sure like we iron out all the hiccups, kind of like the whole goal again is that at the end of the month, you've got a system that works for you. And then week four, it's just Q&A, everyone, a little mastermind. If there is a week 5 in a month, sometimes there is, then it's just kind of whatever clients have been asking or, kind of whatever I could do. And then we repeat. And so what's cool, all of this is creating content and we're onboarding clients. So then what do clients need to do? The only thing that clients need to do is do one conversation just like this a week and upload it to us. And then everything's done. I'll actually, it's funny, I was showing someone this earlier today, and I was showing, so my friend Zach, it's a really good example. Come on, let's see. So I'm going to share my screen. And I think I showed you this recently. So my friend Zach Hamer, client, a great example. I'm going to share my screen here. So this is what my clients, what Referrals Way Sleep clients need to do. This is how you get pre-sold content, pre-sold clients. And so this is Zach's dashboard. And all that he's got to do is record one conversation and upload it into the system. That's it. Then when he does that, we've got some stuff that we've already done. I'll show you here. We take that content and we convert it into clips according to these things. So the magic sweet spot, what I love is 30 seconds to 3 minutes. That's what I love. It gives real good depth. Which format we're using, all these things we can do. So we show subtitles, headline, auto emoji, highlight keywords. Um, we've tested this. We're going to probably like remove silence and filler words is probably a really good default. So our system uses all this to find the clips that actually speak to him. This is his call to action, and this is kind of his Bible. So when we onboard someone in the background, we go to their website, we go to any videos, audios that they've done before. We pull all that in, and our system builds like a Bible of who you are, what your offer is, what your clients, what you've done in the past, what your clients are interested in, what their pains are. You can see this is super detailed. And the reason we do all this is because all you got to do is upload the system, and then our system takes all that information and finds the correct clips for you. And then it creates really great captions. There's other tools out there that you can log in and create clips. And what I found is the clips they're generic because they don't know enough about you. And then two, the captions are usually like real salesy or real generic. Our captions sound like you to your people because it was like the Bible we've got on it, the client Bible. And so like this is very, when we first rolled this out, one of my clients, she started crying and she texted me, she said, "How did you get my voice?" And some people sell agents that do this. What's cool, all this is done for you. So that's cool. We create the clips, but then on top of that, we also like that's pretty cool. All that you've got to do as a client, do one conversation, record it, and upload it. We handle all this. We're also connected to their social media accounts. And what we do is we automatically schedule all these for you. So we can see we got 56 more scheduled across all the different platforms. This is through February 16th. It's done for them. And of course, people want to know, like, hey, how's it work? Like, has it been effective? So we've got all the analytics. So like, exactly what's happening. And what's amazing about this is like everyone is, online. And our goal is one post a day. So if you can do one video a month or a week, upload it. All this other is just handled. And what you're going to see is that it's targeted to anyone that's visited your Facebook, your Instagram, anybody that is in your phone or your CRM. Like they're going to see you all the time. And there's a bunch of science we're actually going to go through this next week on like why this works. I'm a super nerd. It's built on like decades of neuroscience that the ads don't look like ads. They look like native posts. We know that native posts make a big difference. And what happens is like our friend Justin, he said, "Hey, I had 2 people call me out of the blue. Like, and they just wanted to hire me." I was like, "Oh, that's what this is for." Because they don't even realize they're being advertised to. They're just getting close to you. They're getting connected to you.
Yeah.
Short viral posts create attention, but these posts create connection, and they're going to hire and pay a premium to whoever they feel connected to.
It's awesome. I love it. It's really cool.
And yeah. And so like, I mean, if you've got a business and you want to, build your business without burnout, because what's the alternative? There's so many people that sell like these cheap leads, and your calendar's full of, you've experienced it. Like your calendar's full of all these leads, half of them show up. Like it's, the ones that show up, like this is different. Like I had a client, she hopped on a call and she was like, "All right, well, I want to sign up. How do I give you money?" Like that's the type of interactions you get. So if that's you, one of the things too. So I was talking to someone yesterday, and they said we'll have to talk about it. A lot of people that run podcasts love this because most people that create content, they know they need to be on social media to increase their downloads, increase their email signups, um, increase their profit based off of it,
All right.
but they never want to be on social media themselves. And they're already creating the content. They're already creating the content once a week. So those people love us because they're like, oh my gosh, I never have to touch social media again. Like I never want to. And I don't know if I've even told you, we're actually working on a feature now. It's going to roll out soon where anything that we post, if someone makes a comment on it, you're going to be able to see it from within our app. So you can literally connect with your comments like in person without ever going on any of the social media platforms. It's all within. So you never have to be on social media again, but you get all the results.
It's awesome. No, I think that answers my question. I mean, it's really cool to see the beginning steps to the end, right? Where a new client gets onboarded and they get implemented into everything, and then they're expected to do one call a week, and then they upload it to the website that you showed, and then it's done. Everything's done for you. And it can be changed. It can be prompted a little bit different if they need it to be. There's just so many customizable options with this, but really it fits with anyone who's trying to get referrals, any single person that's trying to get referrals. It's going to make you trusted, top of mind. So I'd be happy to chat with anyone who.
It makes your leads feel like referrals too. You know, like if you've got, you know, if you've got hunters, if you generate leads, like this is your follow-up system, you know, like then, you know, because we know 3% of leads are going to convert right now. 50% of leads are probably going to convert. Like if you get 100 leads, probably 50 of them are going to buy in the next 2 years. That means like the majority of your clients are not going to buy for a while. And you need to be, you know, we call them the 3 T's: top of mind, trusted, and they believe you can deliver the transformation when they're ready. That's the magic, when they're ready. You know, the problem is you spend all these money for leads and then digital amnesia hits and they forget about you right when they need you. So this way that doesn't happen.
Yes. Well, thanks, Charlie. I think that was awesome. And if anyone's interested, go to referralsbuddies.com and you can chat some more.
Exactly. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.